Everybody make some noise! My name's Luke. Friends call me Luke, man. I say Luke. Y'all say man. Luke. Man. Luke. Man. Let's get to fucking business. I was Jamaican. I came out looking like a retired Mexican drug lord. This gig is great. We've got everything. We've got medical students. We've got a dwarf. All we need is a dragon, and we can do a Scrubs, Game of Thrones crossover. Came here from Birmingham, where the welcome to Birmingham sign says, people will stab you, but they'll still say hello. I was a weird kid. My dad said the first time he noticed I was weird when I was 4, and he took me to the circus, and there was a man there doing knife tricks with a woman spinning round on the board really fast. Whoosh! Whoosh! My dad looked at me and I was crying, and he said, son, what's wrong? And I said, Dad, he keeps fucking missing her. I was out last Tuesday and I drank 9 pints and I was disgusted with myself, and I thought drinking 9 pints on a Tuesday when you're 18 is impressive. Drinking 9 pints on a Tuesday when you're 35 is the first time that you need an intervention. And everyone else at the sperm bank was horrified. After a show, I went out to meet another comedian for a drink in a gay bar. We were in there and there was this road man and he was staring at me and he said, yo blood! Are you gay? And I said no. And he screamed, me neither, and ran out my toilet cubicle. Wish you'd have told me before he sucked me off. Yeah, it's a tough economy out there. I was reading a news story about a grandmother who, due to the rise in the cost of living, was forced to join OnlyFans. I thought, wow, that's rough. When I was in school, your friends' moms used to sell Avon. I'm not judging, times are hard. You gotta sell pictures of your holes on the internet. I'm not selling weed. Visual joke for people in the back. After the show, I'm doing business. This woman's daughter had stopped talking to her because she was embarrassed because she joined OnlyFans. And I was thinking, it's the grandchildren who I feel sorry for in this news story, ladies and gentlemen. I'll explain to you why. Do you know how bullied you would have been if you went to my secondary school and we could get a subscription to your grandmother's punani for $5.99 per calendar month? Do you know how often you were seeing Nan's minge? You come into school in the morning and your mates would be like, you're right, our kid, was your house nice and warm last night, was it? That's because we topped up the gas and electricity on your meter. You come in after Christmas in your nice new Christmas coat, your mates will be like, you're right, mate. Did you not get you that coat? We bought you that coat. We put the clothes on your back. As I said, it's a tough economy out there. 30, 40 years ago, a man could have one full-time job, own a house, have a stay-at-home wife, and raise 3 children. Now, to have a basement apartment, you have a full-time job, sell weed, and be a stand-up comedian. And if any of your police will work for the tax office, this is a character act. We've probably all got people in our families or our lives who deal with mental health issues. In my family, my uncle's got paranoid schizophrenia. We love him and we try and take care of him, but sometimes that can be very annoying because he's absolutely right about his paranoid conspiracies and we can't tell him! 15 years ago, he used to say to me, Luke, you know all these phones and computers are listening to our conversations? He said, you can piss off, Tom. Now he's like, Luke, you know all the phones and the computers are listening to our conversations. I'm like, shit, he's right, but I can't tell him. As part of his schizophrenia, he does not believe that I'm a stand-up comedian, and instead, he believes that I'm a member of the Illuminati. And I said to him, why would I go to all the trouble of faking a financially unsuccessful stand-up comedy career? But there's no reasoning with someone whose logic's like that. So now, whenever he starts misbehaving, we have to use his own logic against him. So now, whenever he starts playing up, we just tell him, you better fucking behave yourself. Or we'll make the Illuminati come and get you. I went to school in a tough, racist neighbourhood in Birmingham. One day I was coming home from school with me and two of my best friends, Danny and Angie, and we were waiting at the bus stop. They've seen something behind me and taken off running. I've turned around and seen what is an army of National Front skinheads, and they were marching at us with pit bulls, dogs, and signs. And I remember one sign because it said, "Go home, you black bastards." And I said, "We are trying to grow them at the bus stop." Yeah, man, my school was rough. Like kids came from broken homes, ended up joining gangs. I was not built to be a gang member. I cried when Rachel got after playing in Friends. I got invited to a party with some friends of mine who were gang members, but they said that there was free booze and drugs and hot women at the party. I didn't hear all the stuff about the gang members. So I rolled on down. We were there, and their rival gang showed up wearing opposite colours. There was some sort of problem. They were not colour coordinated. I didn't understand. And we had to flee from the party. I was a big fat fuck at the time. I struggled with running. We got outside, and a car pulled up on us and rolled down the window and pulled a gun on us. I tried to hit the deck and roll under a van, but I was too fat. And my top half was stuck under the van, and my legs were hanging out of the van. And the geezer with the gun was in hysterics. He was like, "Ah!" So, yeah, blood. He's like, "Are you a pussy?" And I had to think about it. If not wanting to be shot dead in the street makes me a pussy, then I guess I'm a pussy, sir. He said, "You know what? I like you, fat man. We're going to give you a chance. We're going to drive the car up to the end of the block, spin the car around. If you're not here, when we come back, we won't shoot you." I said, "Sounds fair." My dad said I couldn't lose weight with a gun to my head, but I got up and I took off running, and that was how I got into fitness. My school was rough. When I finished school, I went to college. The rest of the class went to prison. Not at the same time, but over a series of unrelated unfortunate events. When guys come out of prison, they're not adjusted to being in normal society. So sometimes they brag about really strange things that a normal man would never think of. "You know, I used to run all the shower gel on the wing meet. I was the shower gel boss of the wing." The guy from this actual story wasn't a Scouser, but I do the Liverpool accent to convey his obvious criminality in other parts of the country. Me and my friend were out Christmas shopping, and we bumped into a friend of ours from school who'd recently got out of prison. He tried to kill a man with his bare hands. They were twice as strong as his normal hands. So I told you that prisoners brag about strange stuff. He said to me and my friend, "Lads, I know from when I can cheeks a phone that I can cheeks anything." And I said, "What the hell is cheeksing?" Turned out to be some sort of prison slang for hiding things up your arse. Which I don't think is a very tough, criminal sounding word, if I'm very honest, ladies and gentlemen. "Oh, we're cheeksing." If you was really gangster, you'd have called it something hard, like clamping. So, glad we're all having a good time. I said, "So you can cheeks anything, eh?" I'm a man who likes a challenge. "Can you cheeks a CD?" Some of you are looking a bit concerned. Some of our younger audience members are saying, what the fuck is a CD? I just so happened to have a CD on me that very day. The new Ed Sheeran CD that I just bought my mum for Christmas. He proved he was a man of his word and inserted the disc inside of himself. He tried to give it back to me. I said, I don't want that back. That's the shape of you. Bang! He said, you think I had it rough? My cellmate had to hide the charger. Dark as we go. 1 month for hitting the road. You guys had a good time? Yeah! A few months ago, there was a news story where the Mexican government brought out what they said were 2 real alien corpses on the news. Did anyone see this news story? Yeah! Do we think it's real or do we think it's bollocks? Bollocks. Because we don't believe in aliens or because it's coming from the Mexican government? Whenever guys say they're abducted by aliens, the first thing they always say is, you know, they gave us an anal probe. And we're there thinking these aliens are some scientists doing research into our reproductive organs. But what if it turns out that all the aliens that visit Earth are just escaped sex criminals from space? And they gotta send the space police to catch them. They're like, yo, you can't fuck the humans. They're a lower life form. That's bestiality to us. An alien fucking a human is like a man fucking his dog. You shouldn't do it. The dog doesn't understand. But who's he gonna tell that's gonna believe him? E.T. was a nonce on holiday and this was his trip to the Philippines, baby. Alright, follow me on socials, look my friends again. Peace!